Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 12 of season 2 here at Newcastle United. We are in the January transfer window, and in the last one I asked you what we should do about our striker conundrum. We are not necessarily maximising the amount of goals we can get from our forward players. Currently this season, Kennedy at left mid is my highest goal scorer. Now, I said I wanted to buy a striker, and you guys agree and have given me plenty of suggestions. Thank you for that. And there's also been a consensus that maybe we should drop Maximilian Philip to centre forward and sign an out-and-out striker to go up top and replace Ayoze Perez in the starting lineup. So that is what the plan will be in this window. I've added a number of players to my shortlist as per your suggestions. And Marcel Sabitzer is kind of an option if we wanted to go for someone to go for that centre forward role. Marcel Sabitzer seems like the obvious option for our price range, because we don't have a maximum amount of money available to us. So we are going to have to be careful where we buy or who we buy, because we can't afford the very best. Josef Martinez is very good. However, he's just moved to Borussia Dortmund in this window, which is pretty frustrating because I would have very much liked to have signed him. So he's removed from the shortlist. We have Alassane Plea, who's been very good in real life for Borussia Dortmund, for Borussia Mönchengladbach even, so far this season. Waiting to see what his individual stats look like. His informs on FUT look very good. So if his career mode stats could have grown to the point of some of those inform items, or even we could train him to become as good as some of those inform items, he's a genuine option. Andrea Bellotti is more of, for lack of a better phrase, he's kind of the Italian Harry Kane for me. Not that fast, but physically strong and high finishing. 92 for Andrea Bellotti. He's a genuine physical option. He's got 5-star weak foot too, which was very impressive. Santi Mina is a player I would never have assumed would be that good at striker. I've always kind of seen him as a winger, personally, but you guys reckon he's going to be very good up top, and to be fair, with 85 finishing, you might be right. Physicals could do with a little bit of work, but 85 sprint speed is decent. He's not the best player on this list, but he's certainly an option, valued at £28.5 million. I know nothing about Sebastian Heller, so we'll have to wait and see what his stats look like. Genuinely not a clue about him. Ante Rebic obviously had a decent World Cup with Croatia. I don't know too much about him either. We'll wait and see what his stats look like. He's valued, well, I don't even know what his valuation is. Callum Wilson has been getting better and better for Bournemouth this season. Obviously scored for England on his debut the other day as well. Would be a cheaper option, and obviously an English option, and perhaps a more realistic option. We have Andre Silva, who, again, I don't know too much about him, to be completely honest, so wait and see what the scout report says. Luis Muriel, we know, is quick. He's good with the ball at his feet. I'm intrigued to see what his finishing stat is. I'm not sure whether he might be a little bit too small, although 5'10" isn't the tiniest. Memphis Depay at 5'9" isn't that tall, but his stats make up for it. Memphis is having a great season with Lyon IRL. He's in superb form. He has moved to Real Madrid in this save, and he's valued at £43 million, and he's on £200,000 a week. As such, he's out of my price range right now. Oh, I would be ecstatic if somehow we were able to wangle the finances to bring Memphis in, but I don't think that's going to be an option. Emmanuel Boateng is someone we threw on the list, mainly because he destroyed me in pre-season. He was very good for Levante against us in that pre-season tournament, but I don't know enough about him to be able to go out and just pick him up, so we'll wait and see. Timo Werner moved to Atletico Madrid in this save so far, valued at 48 million. His wages aren't that high, but his actual price tag would be a stumbling block for sure. 99 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. You cannot get faster than Timo Werner in this game. 90 finishing as well. He does look extremely good, and also probably too good for me. Rodrigo is an option. 85 rated he's grown to now, valued at 35 million, which is at the upper reaches of our budget. He's very fast, of course, as we know. 82 finishing isn't the best, but it also isn't the worst. That could certainly be trained, along with his ball control and his dribbling. A genuine option, Rodrigo. Can play out wide as well if needs be. Musa Marega, I don't know anything about him really. I've always assumed that he's kind of a big physical target man that has a bit of pace, but his touch on the ball lets him down. We'll have to wait and see what his stats actually look like when he comes back, or when the scout report, sorry, comes back. And then Iñaki Williams has moved from Athletic Bilbao out to Roma in Italy. 4-star skills for him. He's valued at 30 million, so he's within our price range. Very fast, of course. Good on the ball. 83 dribbling, 83 ball control, 84 dribbling, but only 78 finishing. And that really doesn't lead me to believe that he's going to be a genuine option that we might bring in. But I added him onto the shortlist just to show you guys that I'd seen him. So Timo Werner I'll remove because I certainly can't afford him. I think I'm going to have to do the same with Memphis Depay. He's just unaffordable right now. Player I'm very interested in. Alassane Player, very interested in him. Callum Wilson I'm quite interested in as well, actually. And then we'll have to wait and see. Rodrigo piques my interest too because he's been good for me on Ultimate Team. And then players like Andre Silva, Luis Muriel, we'll have to wait and see. Marega, I really don't know. 2-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot doesn't fill me with the utmost confidence either. But we'll start with Wolves at home. Then we've Bournemouth in the FA Cup. And we have played Bournemouth recently in the league and we beat them by 1-0. It might be another opportunity to perhaps have another look at Callum Wilson and see how well he plays against us. Although we'll be playing a rotation side in that competition. Originally, at the beginning of the year, was hopefully going to be our best chance of qualifying for Europe next year. As it happens, we're right in the hunt for a Europa League spot. There are 3 teams on 31 points and then Spurs on 30. One would expect Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City to continue to rise up the table. So we are going to be under pressure as the season heads towards its finale. And hopefully, with the right addition goal scorer-wise, this window, we can ensure that we do get some form of European football next season. Let's jump into the game against Wolves, though, and we'll see what we can do. Do continue to drop me your suggestions in the comment section. If there's any other players there that aren't on the list that you think I should add in, then do let me know. I've also added Max back to the starting lineup ahead of Ben Chilwell, as per your suggestions. I personally prefer Ben Chilwell, but you guys have been slating me in the comments for not playing Max, so I've moved him back into the starting lineup. Wagner's now up to 78 rated, which would have put him the same level as Reyes, but he's gone up to 79. But I'll continue with Wagner. And you asked me to put Vega on the bench ahead of Modiame, so I've also done that. So that's the state of the squad right now. I also had a look at Freddie Woodman's contract. You guys mentioned that it was running out in 6 months' time. You were correct. I looked at it. I've offered him a new deal. He has signed one, so Freddie Woodman will stay for the considerable future here at the club as well. But for now, eventually, let's go and play Wolves. Right, Wolves. Rui Patricio in goal for them. 5 at the back again. Doherty, Howes, Bolly, Cody and Vinagre. 2 in the midfield of Saiss and Aaron Moy, signed from Huddersfield. Helder Costa, Bonatini and Diego Jota up top. Interesting to see Aaron Moy in there. That's an odd one. When you've got Ruben Neves, one would imagine that he should be in the starting lineup regularly, although I don't know whether they've sold him or if he's injured / suspended. So Moy's probably a great backup option, to be fair. You can't really get much better as a supportive substitute for a team at that level than Aaron Moy. He's very reliable in that central midfield position. So to be fair, it is a good signing for them. Philip into Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Oh, we very nearly got a very good start to our game, but unfortunately Aaron Moy involved in the breakup of the move. And they'll come away on the counter here, Wolves. Helder Costa out wide to Doherty. Kennedy coming across. That would have been a superb ball if it had been slightly better played. Inside to Jota, down the line to Bonatini. It's a nice turn inside. Oh, decent delivery too, but Max will head away. Moy, Saiss. Oh, it's a good move. That's a very good move that thankfully Dubravka's been well behind. Oh, jeeps. Let's try and liven it up a bit in this first half. So I should have played that over the top rather than on the ground. Bonatini into Costa, and they'll try and build again. Saiss, Helder Costa. Out to Doherty again, pushing forward from that right-back roll, but we will head it away. With Wan-Bissaka get to that first? He hasn't. Moy to Costa. Still forward come Wolves. Wagner misses the challenge. Ruben Loftus-Cheek can't play the pass before the man gets to him. Oh, Dubravka involved again. Please, get rid of it. Helder Costa. Delivers the ball in well. Calm down, mate. Goal kick. Diego Jota, Moy, Jota. Oh, yes, Wan-Bissaka. He's done well there. There's he just knocked that into Loftus-Cheek. I see the space opening up for Eduardo Salvio. I have 2 at the back post to aim for. Salvio whips it. Can't beat the first defender. But Zakaria will get to the loose ball. Ruben Loftus-Cheek looking for the ball through to Ayoze Perez. But again picked off. Zakaria should win that header and has done well. Max forward to Kennedy. Back to Zakaria. We'll go to Philip first. Oh, where to go? Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Go on, Ruben. Go on, Philip. Oh, I told you to shoot and he just turned. 8 minutes to go till half time. Still 0-0. A real battle, this one. You can tell that both sides having good seasons. We are level on 31 points in the league. And I'd very much like to go on to more points than them in the league by the end of this game with a victory. Salvio. Across there. No, not for him. Never mind, it might actually work. Ayoze Perez drops the shoulder. Ayoze! It hasn't worked. Rui Patricio with a good save and hacked away by the defender. 2 minutes to go till half time. 0-0. Bonatini missed the challenge for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Max in the way. Still Bonatini wins the header. And lofted in. Jamal Lascelles away. Gets that first. Yes, Ayoze. Drop the shoulder. Nicely done. Ayoze Perez stayed down there, but advantage was played, and we will come forward with it. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Nice ball out to Wan-Bissaka. Go on, Eduardo. Down the line you go. Oh, what a ball. What a run as well. We've got people arriving in the middle. We'll look for someone across the box and only find the feet of Bolly. It's a corner. Saiz is going to get a yellow card for the foul on Ayoze Perez a moment ago. Unsurprisingly so. And Salvio will try and get himself an assist again. Oh, but not do so. Loftus-Cheek. Wagner out to Salvio. Good footwork. And into the box. Oh, Patricio punches. We're knocking on the door. Rui Patricio is keeping it firmly closed. Costa. Oh, it's a nice turn. Very nice turn, in fact. Oh, Philip Max went for the ball. Missed it. Doherty. No. Having the right back score from there like that. Thank you very much. That was a great touch by Wan-Bissaka. Absolutely superb. Well done, mate. Appreciate that. That's exactly what I bought you for. Diego Jota. Played in again. Inside nicely to Aaron Moy. We're under pressure here. Costa to Moy again. There's the shot deflected. Corner Wolves. 20 minutes to go. Jonjo Shelby comes on for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Aaron Moy will whip the ball in. And Diego Jota fires the header down the throat of the goalkeeper. Here's Gladden. Inside to Moutinho. Doherty. Oh, nicely into Costa behind Philip Max. Hopefully we've been able to slow him up enough. Force him backwards. Doherty. I read that. Counter. Philip Ayoze. Drive forward. Kennedy's there out wide. Now would be a great chance to score. A great time to score. Ayoze quickly look for Philip. Go again. Oh, they've just got too many defenders back there, Wolves. The 5 at the back has really worked well for them in this one. We have previously played well against Wolves and gotten solid victories. Oh, that's a foul. Certainly that's a foul. We're not... Oh, and a yellow card as well. We're not going to be getting the victory here, I don't think. But we might yet taste defeat if they do a good delivery from this set piece, which they kind of did. Max heads behind. Are they going to take this one short? Yes, they are. Vinagre, the defender. Oh, he's done me. Completely sold me. Back there to João Moutinho. Saved and held, crucially, by the goalkeeper. Bowl that out, looking for the man up top. Oh, Phillips just let it hit him in the chest. I could have flicked that round the corner. We might well have been away. As it happens, I think the final whistle will go at any moment now. But we have to make sure they don't score before that happens. And Dubravka does so. That was not far away at all from a 0-0 defeat in the last seconds of the game. A 0-0 draw where Wolves created more opportunities than me, but crucially we held on. We get the clean sheet. Only 2 chances created, so it's not necessarily the striker's fault for not scoring because the midfield didn't create anything for them. Oh, dearie me. Right, we are trying to move on Dwight Gale as well, of course, at a particular moment in time, so that would raise some extra funds if possible. Some scout reports coming in. No to you. You're a no as well. You're certainly a no. You too are 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 a no. How about Belgium? 50 to 70. Not a chance. Maybe. 50 to 68, no, no, no. And then 60 to 85, no. We haven't had any Italians, I don't think, that I've called up so far. I'll have a quick look at my youth players. I don't think I've called any Italians up so far. We have English, Belgian, Spanish, Belgian, English. So DuPont. Oh no, I don't know why I called you up. Gabriel Peters, 77 to 94. The potential is there. We'll have to wait and see how that narrows over time. But certainly Declan Jackson's going to be world class, 92 to 94. And 86 to 92 for Elliot Phillips too. He's going to be particularly good when they both turn 16. I have been told though by a couple of you in the comments to actually not call them up out of the youth squad until they're like 18 years of age, because by training them and calling them up, by calling them up and training them, actually stunt their growth a little bit. So I'm going to leave those players in the squadron, in the youth squad, for the considerable time being. Is this an offer for Gale? No, it's an offer for DeAndre Yedlin from AC Milan. No. Sorry, mate. He's going nowhere. Right, Bournemouth in the FA Cup. Let's see if we can progress. Bournemouth, Begovic in goal. Callum Wilson is playing up top, so we will get the chance to have a look at him with regards to our potential transfer. Not sure how many goals he scored this season for Bournemouth. It's a shame you can't see players' stats from previous seasons as well. I'd love to know how many goals he scored in Season 1 for Bournemouth. I know Alex Teixeira has been scoring a lot for them since they signed him. But Callum Wilson is a decent player. Perhaps we'll have to research that before we make a definitive decision. We'll have to wait and see. For now, though, it's FA Cup time. Playing the rotation side, of course. The kids get the run out in the cup competitions to try and help their growth. So Vega starts in midfield. We've got Toby Mitchell on one side and Bournemouth on the other. Played very well against Ipswich and were unlucky not to progress through in the Carabao Cup. I was quite disappointed that we ended up going out of that competition in the manner in which that we did. John Joe Shelby, though, adding a little bit of seniority to the midfield. And Dwight Gale starting up top as well with Jan Roth in behind him. DeAndre Yedlin at right back, of course. Slightly lucky there. Oh, not on that occasion. Emma. Stanislas to Wilson. Brooks. Oh. Thankfully Woodman got to that. That was really well played through. Callum Wilson involved in the move. Burn will pull that back. Then we'll go through the gap. No, we won't. Interceptions are very strong. Nice one by Lerma there. Stanislas driving down the line. Don't like this. Thank you, Burn. Run! Run, Roth! Run! Or just stand there, you know. Either or. It's up to you, I guess. John Joe Shelby one way, then the other. Gordon's White. You're in the shot window. Put yourself front and centre. Ooh, he nearly did. Oh, Dwight Gale. So good, yet so bad at the same time. Oh, it's deflected to Brooks. Dropped down to Lerma on the volley first time. What a goal. Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 0. Oh, dearie me. Oh, Callum Wilson involved. Here, looked to think it over for the man in the middle. And I would have been confident of the defender getting to that ball ahead of Brooks had it not taken the deflection. Then it actually went further towards Brooks, who was able to get the chest off to Lerma, who's lashed that home. We're 1-0 down here in the FA Cup. And that's not going to improve my mood at all, is it, Mr. Vega? Actually finds his teammate this time. DeAndre Yedlin to Vega again. It's 2 accurate passes in a row Vega's played now. Roth to Gale. Back to Roth. In there. Oh, looking for the man in the middle. Just gotten something to it every time at the minute, Bournemouth. Their interceptions have been superb. David Brooks out to Jordan Ibe. Back to Pratt. To Brooks again. For a second time, Bournemouth playing some really nice football. Jordan Ibe ducks the shoulder on me, and Stanislas arrives at the back post. 2 quick-fire goals for Bournemouth. No! Shelby round the corner nicely to Gale. Play over the top for Toby Mitchell to run onto, and he'll get to it. Oh, what a challenge from Smith. Out of nowhere. Mitchell back to Chilwell. That was meant for Shelby, but never mind. Play the 1-2. Then round the corner, get to that. Jan Roth! Goal with one back. Not the most convincing of finish. You can see the little hop and the skip and the jump in his celebration. He's delighted to have scored his first goal for the club. Can't dwell on it too much though, because it's vital that we pick the ball out of the net and go again. 2-1 right after half time. With 35 minutes to get an equaliser and force a replay, or maybe even win it. So forward to Wilson, around the corner there to Teixeira. I see the man at the back post. It's already worked once for them. DeAndre Endon this time gets there. Dwight Gale will reach this. Tries to head that across. Bournemouth couldn't get there, but free kick is given from foul earlier on in the move. Making some changes now. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has come on. Iosi Perez has come on. Maximilian Philip has come on. Putting my faith back in the first teamers. Because the youngsters couldn't get it done here. Shelby to Iosi. Turns well. Not well enough though. Loftus-Cheek's touch takes him back into danger. Phillips turned away from it. John Joe Shelby. Why is he taking that on his left? I purposefully tried to angle the shot on his right. 7.5 minutes is all we've left. Win that, John Joe. Well up, son. Ozzy, give and go, give and go. Go, go. He's gone. Ozzy Perez in the box. Ozzy Perez, 2-2. We're not going out of this FA Cup yet. Newcastle 2, Bournemouth 2 with 6 minutes to go. Are we going to get a winner? To Arta, not now, please. Teixeira to Arta. Teixeira's there again. Here's Salvi Sanchez. Back to Harry Arta. Callum Wilson is loitering in the middle with intent. Alex Teixeira trying to get away from me. Loftus-Cheek does well, and Chilwell get it around the corner to him. Is there time? There is not for a counter-attack. It will be a replay against Bournemouth. We had to fight hard, very hard, to earn that draw as well. We just got ourselves back level. There weren't too many chances. Each side only having 2 shots on target. Both sides scoring both of those efforts. Fulham 6, Wimbledon 0. Wow. We just did the wingers, didn't we? So it's time to do the centre mids next with regards to training. Ooh, I'd like to get some scout reports before the end of today's episode, if we can. So we can make a definitive decision with you guys in the comment section for the next episode tomorrow. I'm not sure when the replay is going to be rescheduled for either. We'll find out in a minute. Loan offer for Roth. Transfer offer for Dwight Gale. That's what we're after. It's for £5.5 million from Southampton, which is just under valuation. Not going to ask for too much more. Not going to ask for too much more, but something more would be nice. They've offered 5.5. Will they give me 8? 8, I think, is fine for a 75 rated player. Oh, that's 29 years of age. Okay. Will you give me 7.5? You move at all from 5.5? 5.9. How about 6.8? Good lads. Thank you, Mark Hughes. Right, hopefully he will agree terms. And we'll be able to get ourselves the best possible striker. The game's been rescheduled there. So it's Palace and Bournemouth tomorrow. Then Chelsea and Bournemouth the day after. Bournemouth being the second game in every episode over the next few. Diego Reyes says thank you. You're welcome, maybe? Offer for Iosi Perez, which I shall reject. He's going nowhere. Final scout report on Callum Wilson. 87 acceleration, 89 sprint speed. It's his ball control, his dribbling that I was hoping was going to be better than that. Yeah, I'm not going to get Callum Wilson. Max and Diego Reyes say thank you. You're welcome, boys. He should be thanking you guys, should Philip Max. You were the ones that told me to play him. Transfer for full Maximilian Philip for £27 million. That's going to be rejected. Philip stays. It's Dwight Gale that we're moving on. Are we going to get the scout reports back? Gale's sold. Okay, so now we know exactly how much we've got to spend. Dwight Gale has gone to Southampton. So I have available to me for this transfer about 35 million-ish, depending on wages. About 35 million. So having a look back at the transfer hub, we're getting an idea now about player. Fast. Decent physicals. Finishing is going to be okay. Ball well, that's not quite accurate enough yet. It still could be well off, couldn't it? Still waiting. Still waiting with regards to player. Belotti we know about. Mina we know about. Haller and Rebic. Rebic looks fast. Decent physicals. Good dribbling. at the very least. Finishing's okay. Wilson will remove. Andre Silva. He's not that quick. That low acceleration could kill him off. Oh, his ball control's not that good either. Luis Muriel, we know he's fast. His finishing could be good. Boateng, I know he's quick. Okay. Could genuinely be an option. Rodrigo is still obviously a very good one. Marega. Ball controller dribbling. No, goodbye. You will not suit my style of play in the slightest. Iñaki Williams we know about. So, I want to get definitive stats for player. And then we can make a decision in the next episode, I think. Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty sure. We, thanks to our point against Wolves, are 6th in the league table now and out of the European spots. Spurs up to 5th, Fulham up to 4th. Liverpool still lead the way. Halfway through the league season, no idea what's going to happen even by the end of this month, let alone the end of the season. So, plenty of entertainment to come. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to this channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. I'll see you next time.